Hi guys, welcome. You have landed at Aquascaping on the Fly, Living Art Creations. I'm Anthony, your host and your content creator. Here on my channel, I blend my love of spirituality, Mother Nature, and aquarium and terrarium builds. And for me, every build starts with a walk through a trail system or a wooded area where I can gain inspiration from Mother Nature that compels me to build something. So that being said, today it's a little bit different. Today, I've got two things I want to show you. All right. Number one, this means we have plants. Today it's coming from Aquarium Plants Farm, and I have a special order there that we're going to put a few plants in the tank you can't see that I can stare at. It's the new blackfish, which was the reincarnation of shark fin, which was a hardscape that had a lot of moss on it, that had a drip irrigation system on a channel tank. It looked flawless for about 2 weeks, and then it just started doing really poorly. So I finally took it apart and put it in a tank. So when I did the tank, I'm going for a very minimalist look, something that's most of my builds revolve around art. I've dabbled in several varieties of expressing myself through my art. And so I kind of have what I would call just a self-made or self-taught artist eye. And so my concept was, well, let's do something with some barren rocks. And blackfish is really the structure that's going to have most of the plants on it. And blackfish is, yes, a nod to the documentary about blackfish, which is based on SeaWorlds and their mistreatment of these majestic animals that they keep in cages and let them out just to perform tricks. But when it was finished and I was ready to put shrimp in it, and then, of course, fish that I'm researching, it just looked too sparse. And I was scared that the fish weren't going to feel comfortable because there wasn't any hiding places. So I did place an order, and I ordered between two places. Well, actually three. I go on Amazon for the cheapest thing I can find, because my channel is all about DIY budget and making sure that you don't blow a ton of money on this hobby, because it can get very expensive. And then I go to Boost Plants, which I really love ordering from because I love their quality and the types of plant that you can get. And I do APF as well, because sometimes APF will have plants that the Boost site does not have. And so a lot of times, if I'm looking for something very striking or conceptual looking in a plant, it's not just like green like every other plant out there, I'll find it on another site. So I generally flow between all three. One of the things I like about APF is if when you put things in your cart, you'll discover there's a lot that are buy two, get one free. So when you're putting your cart together with them, you have to go ahead and order 3 of something, and then it pops up that you're getting one of them for free. So you really you can shop on their website just for that, but I don't do it that way. I look at the plant I want. And then if that plant comes with a buy one, get one, or buy two, get one, then that's what I'm going to put in my cart, because I'm going to get a better value for what I'm looking for. And then I'll always choose alternatives. I'll look at my most favorite one I want, and if its price is $3 or $4 higher than something comparable, then I drop it down to the lower cost, because this is all about saving money. So we're going to unbox this. And then also, though, I wanted to show you what I made. I kind of have gotten out of the habit of doing terrarium builds on camera, just because, okay, honestly, I play dance mix music in my studio all the time. I am like dancing and singing. Having a camera there does not help. The very first video I ever did for my YouTube channel was me with dance music going on in the background. So, of course, it got flagged immediately, and I didn't understand what I had done wrong until I'm looking on there, and I was just playing a dance hit. But there was a Whitney Houston song in there that they caught, and, of course, then the whole thing had to go silent. And I didn't even think back then to just do a voiceover, to edit out all the sound to do a voiceover. because I knew nothing about this hobby when I started. I still don't know much about this hobby. And it's been 6 months later. But hello, here we are. Over 200 subscribers and over 200 videos right now. So we're doing something right. Anyway, that reminds me. I wanted to say thank you to all my new subscribers out there. Your likes, your comments, those are golden to me. And because the YouTube algorithm is not getting me anywhere near my target audience, I'm just being honest. The like, subscribe, and comments is like their trifecta. And when you have all three of them, it really does help promote a small channel out there, because my channel is a baby channel. But anyway, okay, that being said. All right, so I was in my nature walk, and a lot of times when I go on my nature walk, sometimes to feel the energy from Mother Earth, I'll walk barefoot in certain sections. And I have one particular place that always feels very spiritual. That's an easy way to say it. It just feels very spiritual when I'm there. It's got a heavy tree cover in the area, and when the light comes through, you can feel the warmth. And I can just feel it radiating through my body from the earth as well. I know it sounds kind of weird, but that's just how it works for me. And I found this mushroom that is dried. It's already been dried. And I put it in this little, actually I found two kinds. So I'll try to tip the camera over so you can see it. But it's a mushroom. I decided to call this a mushroom terrarium. So the mushrooms are dead and they're dried. So they're not growing. But it makes an amazing focal point in there. Now this bowl, now I don't buy anything new to put in my builds. I get all my vessels, including this, from thrift stores. And this one, as a matter of fact, I think cost me $4. And I loved it because it has a rounded top. This, of course, is a salad bowl. It is not vintage. Usually I only shop for vintage, like I love antique crystal. I'm going to confess, there's an old woman who lives inside my body, and she loves china, old china. She loves teapots. She loves crystal. She loves crystal candy dishes. She loves crystal punch bowls. So I have to rein her in. I mean, I really got to put the chains on her and say, whoa, Nellie, we ain't getting that today. But sometimes, she breaks out and, there I am at a checkout with a bunch of crystal. But I don't pay more than, the most I've ever paid is $10. Usually I get something for like $3 or $4. So I like to do like a run every like 2 weeks. Out to my favorite places that I go to that I know that deal a lot with glassware. Because so now, a lot of my earlier terrariums I had to tear down because I'm notorious for putting too much water in my earlier ones. I just keep thinking, oh, I need to mist it. I need to mist it. No, leave it alone. Just put the lid on, leave it alone. So I ended up killing a lot of them. So I have a lot of these dishes left over. And I have an idea for another branch of the channel to go off into, but I'm not releasing that information yet. I'm still doing research on it, but I'm thinking of another way to incorporate another DIY project into the series that goes along with the terrariums and the aquascaping, and also my spiritual side, because I like to walk and talk in my light and in my true self and represent the real me that's out here in front of you. Because a lot of people do comment on my energy level. Honey, this is normal for me. I don't drink coffee, so this is not a caffeine high. Usually what really, I'm like this all the time. I'm a flight attendant. I'm not that normal flight attendant that's like, what do you want? What do you want? Oh no, for me it's a comedy routine. I love my passengers when I work because they just give me so much. It's the energy. That's what really is. Their positive energy. I feed off of it, and it's just like this beautiful thing while we're in flight together. So if you ever catch me on a plane, say hi to me, and let me know if you watch the channel. So now I'm going to set the camera up into the kitchen. So yes, I've had to clean the kitchen. That's the one thing about when I have to film. I have to move everything around, and I have to clean everything to make you guys look like it's like this all the time. It's not like this all the time. It's always kind of like a wreck. But I am slowly catching up to all the space that I have available. And I have another series of tanks I want to do, but they're smaller. I'm going to do 5.5 gallon tanks. And at the taping of this video, you guys know that I love the Order PetSmart and I love my sales. Right now, of course, they're online. You can go online. There's a 20% off coupon on their open stock tanks. And that's good until the 29th of June. So if you guys are interested, that's how I get my tanks. That's how I get my tanks very inexpensively. And I've never paid more than $30. I think I paid $32 for the Tree of Life. And that's before I waited until they had the 20% off coupon. So if you wait till the 20% off coupon, that turns into $28. I'm needing to buy 4 tanks, the 5.5 gallon. I can save $3 on each one of them. That means one of them is completely free. That's how we roll here on this channel. It's all about saving you money and getting the best bang for your bucks. So I'm going to turn the camera around. I've done something I've never done before. My laptop is sitting up on the bar and there's water involved. So let's keep it clean, people. Let's not have an accident, because I want to pull up the plants and talk about them as we are unboxing them. So you're going to see the real unboxing of a real life order. And I won't be doing any planting on this video. This is just to show you, here's what you get if you order from this company. This is what it's going to look like. And I'm going to go over each one of the plants. And then I'm going to do a separate video where we look at blackfish. And I'm going to pick some strategic plants just for it, because I don't want to overdo it. And then I have some other plants that I want to just add 1 or 2 in the Trinity series that is up here at the top. And if you guys aren't familiar, this is the first set I did. These are 10 gallons. And that is Garden of Eden, Turtle in Motion, and Bird on a Wire. And I had been growing out dwarf hairgrass immediately when I started this hobby. And I had tons of it, tons of it. It was amazing. I put it in these 2 tanks. What they don't tell you anywhere, and I'm going to tell you, if you have aqua soil only, your dwarf hairgrass will not stay in it, because aqua soil moves very easily. I have little tiny 5-watt pumps in there, and you can see there's barely any water moving. That aqua soil, oh my God, aqua soil? What is that? I just invented a new word. That aqua soil just moves. It dislodges the dwarf hairgrass, and it does not grow in there. And I think I'm probably the only channel out there is like telling you the truth about that plant. So I've asked in my order, I didn't ask, I put it in there. I didn't ask anybody, it's just me. I put in there a plant to see if it'll grow in here. Now, I just found out when I did further research on that plant, it can get to 20 inches tall. Okay, there ain't no way it's going in the foreground. That's going to be too big. So I messed up. So I have a plant that I don't know what I'm going to do with, honestly. So, but we'll go from there. So let me get the camera turned around, and you'll come into the kitchen, which I just need to move my trash out of the way. And let me put my flip-flops on. Get all comfy here. All right, so we're going to go to the kitchen. We're going to unbox the plants. Okay, so I thought before we got started, move some lighting around here. Yes, that is incense burning. It's nice and calming for the plants as we unpack them. No, I just made that up. It's just for me. Okay, so here's a close-up of the newest little trim. Okay, so I found this mushroom. It had already broken off from the tree, so it's completely, it feels like plastic. It's completely hardened. And then some of these mosses are from some of my layovers, and there's just a couple of plants that I keep all my terrarium plants in growth tubs. But what I did under here, under where it's going to get very little sunlight, these are plants from layover cities under here that I'm hoping will grow very, very well in the shaded part of this. And I put together like 4 different types of moss. And now you can see, let me zoom in a little better. I mean, I just have to say, oh my God, it's gorgeous. I just get so inspired by Mother Nature. Let's go this way. I want you to see, oh, see if you can see it. Oh, there you go. So here is a set of mushrooms, and it's actually attached to bark that's down in the soil right down in here. So it comes up all the way to the top there. And I love the coloring in both of these. So that's just a sneak peek at what we got going on for, whoops, wrong way. Okay, now, let me get you guys set up. All right. Now, as you'll see, I've got a pitcher of water there, and I have a spray bottle. The water is what I keep on hand for, I found a 5-gallon water jug in one of my trash dumpsters here where I live. And I've been using it for the whole time, for the hobby. So I always keep water that has got, excuse me, that's been treated. You know, it's been dechlorinated and it's got fertilizer in it. You can find this vendor also, they sell on eBay, but I find it's way easier to go directly to their site. And again, this is Aquarium Plants Factory. Ooh, I like this. It's like a rainbow. Ooh, let me turn my dance music back on. Rainbow, glitter. And if I haven't said it, well, if you guys are new, I always keep this kind of stuff because I use it. I'll cut it open, I'll lay it out, and especially when I'm doing anything like with the hobbies, this is the easiest way to throw stuff down to where, you know, you don't get dirt everywhere. Because this is a very dirty hobby. I taped it here. There we go. Oh, cool. Lots of good packing. All right. There's one thing I want to show you before we get started. Excuse me. You guys see this? This is already a previous order. I think all these came from Buce. So like I got something that's on rock. I got the bobitis, which is back here already on driftwood. And I've got like two or three things of Java fern. And I have an Anubias in there, which I'm not having luck with. I am horrible at gluing. And there's a Buce Godzilla in here. Where is it at? There's the Buce Godzilla. And Godzilla is one of the larger varieties. All right, let me get you set back up. Okay, so we've got everything out according to the chart as what they send you. It's got everything has a number and a name associated with it. So the first thing we're going to open up is number 354. 354 is the Anubias Butterfly. I've pulled up the website really quick because I want to give you guys just a quick snapshot. This says low to moderate lighting. It can grow from 6 to 12 inches, and it is very beginner friendly, and it even lists fish compatibility for this plant. This website that I'm on is called Tropic Flow. I like it because they do a chart right in with the lighting and care tips and all that. So you can look at it immediately, and it also gives you your pH, your water pH. So the water pH for this plant goes up to 6 to 7.5. Now my water here where I am comes out of my tap at 7.5. So I always stick everything, 7.5 is what I stick to. I don't want plants, fish, or shrimp that are going to be out of that range, so I know that we'll be okay. So now I'm going to open this up, put it in some water, and let you guys take a look at it. So now remember, all of these were the oh, look at that. I'm telling you. Okay. Okay. Now, I've got big hands. This is really gorgeous. Now, you could break this up because look at the rhizome. It's huge. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to keep this intact because remember, I do want to put a foundation plant inside of Blackfish. This will stand out in a very striking way. So now I ordered these bowls on Amazon. They're lightweight, and I use them whenever I put together my potting soil for my terrariums. And they work out really, really well. All right, so I'm just going to keep that little tag in there. Keep them in order, because I have done that before where I haven't, and I got confused. I get easily confused. It's because I'm a blonde ginger. You get easily confused. Okay, that's a joke. All right. Okay, come on, computer. Let's go to number 2 is Supernova. All right, let's pull up Supernova. Supernova. Again, I'm pulling it up on the same Tropic Flow website. So this plant, it's the biggest one. 10 to 24 inches in height. Same thing, low to moderate lighting. pH 6 to 7.5. Dark green with textured leaves, beginner friendly, very easy. And again, it lists fish compatibility, which are the fish that I'm considering. So it's like you have to look at like so many different factors whenever you are going to do some ordering like this. Okay, so this one was the, oh gosh, it's huge. This one was buy 2, get 1 free. Oh my God, it's so striking. Oh my God. Okay, look at that. These are gorgeous. Oh my God, they're gorgeous. New leaves coming out on all of them. Oh my gosh, they're absolutely stunning. Now, with the Anubias and the Buce, you just don't plant it in the substrate. Now, that doesn't mean you can't put it at the base, like on top of your substrate. You just can't plant it and submerge it with a rhizome in the substrate because it will drown, the plant will rot out. So what I plan on doing is, because my tank has a lot of rock in it, I'm going to wedge it between rocks, and I just want it to be structural looking. And I probably will put them all in there because they're taller instead of putting them in my little 10-gallon tanks. But then if I've got another set of tanks I want to do that are 5.5 gallons, that if I plan to move one into those later on, I can do the landscape around it. So those are those two. Now remember the first one, I did not get that as a buy two, get one free. So that one was just a single order. The third one on our list is Bucephalandra. Hang on, let me pull that up. Okay, guess what? I'm looking at my original order and I'm getting a little confused. Okay, so yes, the butterfly, which is this one, I ordered one. Yes, the Supernova, I ordered 3 because one's free. Next on the list is Bucephalandra 3. That was not on my order. This group of plants is free. I didn't pay for this. It's not in my order. I don't know why I'm whispering, but Lord, there's no reason to whisper. It's just in my order. So this, I need to pull up and see what I can do with this one. So we're going to hold this one off for right now because I don't know what to do with it. Now, the number 111, Giant Velvet. Yes, Giant Velvet is on my list. And let's see. Giant Velvet. I think Giant Velvet, I only found the description on one website, and it does not. Okay, this one, yes, I remember I pulled this one up because it's the only one that gave me the height. So the Giant Velvet can reach 8 inches in height and width. Easy to care for, adapts to a range of water conditions. It can thrive for years, blah, 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 blah. CO2 is not required. Slow to medium growth. Lighting is low to high. So the lighting is the same on all of them. So this one being the Giant Velvet, because it gets up to 8 inches, this could make a great foreground plant, a dramatic foreground plant for blackfish. And that's what I was thinking, that, okay, that's something that could be kind of cool. Now, these are the ones that come wrapped. Before I put them in there. So don't get confused. I mean, when I saw that order, I was like, okay, wait a minute. I only ordered one Buce, and there's 2 sets here. Okay, now this is, yeah, you can tell this is bigger. That's probably, 4 inches there. So this was a buy 2, get 1 free. So when you have these, there's like a little metal ring, and you just pull the ring out. I toss these. I have not found a reason to use those yet. It has this little netting, sponge netting around it. Now on their website, they will tell you that when you buy bunched, you'll get 2, usually 2, sometimes more. All right, and you just pull them apart. Okay, there's 1, 2, and we're counting them by the individual rhizome, and the rhizome is a part here. 3. This one has a double, this one could easily be split. It has a double rhizome. So there is definitely 4 with this, just this one. We'll put those in water. These are, I have a couple of other places I can use 1 or 2 of these. Now, when I've ordered from them in the past, they don't always give you 4. It's usually at least 1 of them. Well, hang on. I'm about to eat my words. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Because we're talking about blackfish, I may put maybe 2 or 3 together. I can like tie them in a rubber band around them and then place them where I want to. I mean, like that. I mean, that's a nice grouping. Because I don't want to scatter them and have them look thin. I want them to look, full. Okay, so, okay, this is the one. 1, 2, big 2, and 3. So that's 11 plants out of that section. Okay, now the last one that was on my list. Now this one is the one, come on computer. This one's the one, this is called the Stella, I think. Nope, it's Anubias. Oh, I'm sorry, no. Yeah, Stella, or Stellatus. It's a Pogostromen Stellatus Dassen. I guess that's how I'm pronouncing it. Anyway, that's how I'm going to do it. Okay, what I liked about this one is it looks like a grass, but it grows tall. This one is going to rival your Vallisneria for those of you who love tall grass. This one can get 8 to 24 inches high. Oh my gosh. It can get 2 to 6 inches wide. It is fast growing. It is a stem plant. It's medium to high lighting. Of course, it needs to be in the background. I'm not sure I'm going to follow that completely, though, with where I want to put it. And so this one is 2 in 1 bag, and here's the free order. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's 2 bags. So it's 3 bags. It's a lot of stems. A lot of stems in that 1 bag. And the nice thing about stems are, once they get to a certain height, you just cut them off and just replant the tops. There's 1. Oh, should we count them? All right, let's do that. 1, 2. Oh, they're so pretty. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to use some of these, though, in my other tanks. Here you go. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 17. Whoops. Looks like herbs. Here you go. This is 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, ooh, a really big one, 23, and 24. A little water in there for them. Okay, so there's our order. Let's pull up Centipede. Let me pull that up. Okay, with Centipede, which there's only a couple of places I could find that have any information about care or maintenance or anything like that. It says difficulty level is easy. It is lighting low to moderate, so it's going to be the same as all the other ones. It has a slow growth rate. It can be a foreground. One of the things that's kind of cool about it, it has different colors, bluish tones, and can be red in some tank conditions depending on your lighting. So it's not just a typical green plant. So let's give this one a whirl. So this would be something that would be great right at the beginning of your foreground. Well, if they sent me extras, I'm glad it's Boost, because if you guys watch any of my videos, I'm like insane for my Boost. I love my Boost plants. All right, this first one is 3. There you go. I like how the underside has varying degrees of color, some of them brown, which is kind of cool in an aquascape because almost everything revolves around being green. I notice in my other tanks, wherever I have boosts, it always has this beautiful underwater quality color. There's 2 in this one. That's normally what you get. You got 5. And then there's 3 in this one. So we have 8 out of this one. Let's give this some water. Everybody got water? All right. So let me show you. See how these look up close in their bowls. So this is where you can tell what the quality is going to be like when you order. So remember, from the top one, this is Butterfly Anubias. This is Supernova, Centipede, Green Velvet, and the Pogostemon. So there you have it. Hope you guys enjoy. I'll do another video on where I'm going to do the planting in Blackfish. So stay tuned for that one. You guys have a great day. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.